Hey guys, welcome back to another incredible training. I am Justin Colby, and I was actually asked a great question that I want to be able to give back to you. And the question actually really was, do you know the difference between effect with an A and effect with an E? Now, how does this pertain to real estate investing and wholesaling and becoming wealthy through real estate? Well, I will get there right now during this training. But the first and foremost is I do want to actually explain to you what the difference is. I don't believe many people do. And then I'll show how that relates to your business as a real estate investor. First of all, effect with an A. In large part, you can think of that as a cause. What is the cause? It tends to be used more as a verb, something happening, right? And then effect is the result. What is the result of the effect, right? So that's how you really want to think about that in your head. Now, how does that freaking relate to us real estate investors? Is you need to be looking at your business as a marketing and sales business. Your marketing is the effect. The cause is the effect, right? And so for those of you who are marketing right now, the first and foremost thing you need to be doing is tracking your results so you can understand the effect that your marketing is having. And this is where the ball really is dropped for most real estate investors is they don't track. They will either start putting out direct mail, or they will have cold callers calling, or they will send out text messages, but they don't actually effectively track what their results are. So they don't actually know what is working and then simply what is not working. I have found time and time again, the number one reason people leave the business is because they have improper expectations on how fast they can get a deal done. But when I ask them, how many text or calls or mail did you send out? They say, I don't know, a lot. Well, I'll tell you right now, if you want to be successful in this industry, you need to be able to track that. You need to have your effect, right? Because if you're sending out 100 text messages a day and nothing happens in, let's just say, 20 days, that's not even close to enough text messages going out for you to go get a deal. So you just sold yourself short. So then 20 days later, you say, okay, I'm done text messaging. That didn't work. Let me try this new shiny object. And guess what? If you're not actually tracking the results of this new way of marketing, then you're actually not going to be able to make any bigger difference in your business than the text messaging and what happened there. Now, I'm a massive advocate of marketing, as you guys have seen and followed my trainings. And if you have not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, as there are a lot more great content out there, and I want to make sure you guys get notifications. And another plug is if you're not a part of the Science of Flipping Academy Facebook group, get over to that Facebook group, request to be a part of that, as I deliver free content all the time on there. It's one of the best groups to be a part of in the real estate investing business, the Science of Flipping Academy group. Now, with those plugs done, let me tell you, your effect versus effect is really, really powerful here. One of the best ways to go get your deal, your first deal, if you are a newbie, would be networking, right? Finding other wholesalers and selling their deals to your buyers. Now, that sounds simple, but if you actually don't know the results of how many wholesalers do I need to talk to find a deal, and how many buyers do I need on my list before I get that deal sold, then you simply would maybe have, 20 buyers trying to wholesale a deal, nothing sells, and you think, oh, Justin, that doesn't work. Well, wait a minute. How many buyers do you have? 20. How many deals did you send them? 2, 1, 5, who knows? Well, are there enough buyers? Do you really know you sent those deals to enough people to see? Now, I have a list of tens of thousands of people, right? And I will tell you, probably less than 1% of that entire list buys my homes. What's 1% of 40,000 people is 400, right? I would say I have half of that. I say I have roughly 200 people that consistently buy my homes, and that's out of a list of 40,000. And why that's important is because now I know, wow, it doesn't matter how big my list is. I need real buyers who are going to buy my deals as a wholesaler. I don't just need people who are tire kickers or are looking to see a wholesale deal or looking to see if it makes sense. I need people that can execute. So the fact that I know my list is 40,000 plus, but quite reality is roughly 200 or so, maybe a little more, really buy from me and buy consistently, those are real buyers. Those are the buyers I need. So if you try to go out there and say, I need to go get a big old list, but then you're selling someone else's deal to that big list and nothing is selling, it's because you have the wrong list. The effect is what you're trying to solve here, right? So it's the result. You need to change the result, right? Which means you need now focus on bigger, better buyers that really work. Again, the same thing is said with direct mail. How much mail went out? How many calls came back in, right? The mail caused the call to come in. But if you don't have someone answering, or if they aren't motivated, you don't know if the mail is correct, right? You also don't know if you can wholesale this deal, right? So you want to keep track of all of that. How much mail went out? How many calls came back in? How many appointments did I go on? How many offers did I make? How many contracts did I get? You need to keep track of all 6 of those so that you actually know how to change when needed to have a different effect, a different result. That is what the name of the game is. And it's kind of funny, I've spun it this way, but it's something that's really important for you guys to understand is what is the cause and what is the effect? Cause and effect. Someone asked me, do you actually know the difference between effect and effect? And this is it. So I am constantly looking at both sides of the table. What is causing me to get a deal? How am I getting it? The direct mail, the cold calling, the text messaging, my PPC, all of that is causing me getting deals. And so I want to measure it along the way to find out where I can spend more money or spend more time getting these deals. And if you do that, you will be successful. I'm speaking to you as a newbie wholesaler. If you're watching this, do not get into this business and say, I'm just going to stir up dust and see what happens. I'm going to go watch everyone's YouTubes. I'm going to go listen to all the podcasts and I'll figure out a way. Start with the end in mind. Think about it. Start thoroughly and start with actually tracking what causes you to get a lead and what effect you get, right? Cause and effect. And that is simply tracking your results. It is one of the biggest misconceptions. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's one of the biggest mistakes when people get into this industry or even have been in the industry for 6 months or a year or longer, and they're doing even well. Can you imagine how much better you'd be doing if you actually tracked your results, tracked your output, which is the cause, and you track the results, which is the effect? I encourage you to start doing that now. Hopefully this finds you guys well. It was kind of an interesting training for me to do because it's all stemmed on cause and effect, or effect and effect. So I hopefully taught you a little bit about English here, but also about your business. If you measure what is causing your results, you will be able to tweak faster, you will get more deals done, you will be more efficient, and you will be more profitable. Hopefully this finds you well. Again, guys, go ahead and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and as well as go over and join the Science of Flipping Academy. We will allow you in. It is a closed group because you guys, I will let you guys in because you're a part of the Science of Flipping. Talk to you guys soon.